are recording.
Hey everybody, I apologize for the lack of me uploading videos. It's been quite a long time, about four months or so to be exact. I think the last video I posted was me installing the nameless Axleback muffler delete, and I never really made a video about sounds outside of the car or anything like that, but then again, there's so many of them on YouTube, I didn't really feel it was necessary. But they are still in my car. It's been, like I said, about 4 or 5 months, whatever it's been, and I'm really liking them. They're not too loud, not too quiet. I'm honestly really happy with them. They're not bad. They're cheap. I mean, again, it is just a stupid noisemaker. If you want to pretend you have exhaust, it's not like I have stage 2, mid pipe, down pipe, all that. I don't have anything. I'm just running the Axleback with Bren tune. I think this is like my 11th revision from Bren, so I'm still running my Bren tune. No problems. Well, I've got a few problems, I'll get to that. So, still on my 11th revision from Bren. I am TGV deletes, Mishimoto intake with the airbox, and then the Axleback from Nameless, the muffler delete. That's all I have done to this car. So, figured 300 or whatever it was for the Axleback, 600 or whatever it was for the access port. The TGV deletes were the eBay ones. I forget the exact brand. They're like $80, and then the intake and the airbox was like $350. So I don't know, call it $1,500 plus the E-tune from Bren, which I think was like $200. So $1,700. I mean, it's definitely better than stock. It's nothing crazy, but it's fun to drive. This is my daily driver, so I mean, 100-mile round-trip commute daily. I've already got 13,563 miles on this car, and I bought it the last day of May. So from June till today, which is November 9th, 13,500 miles on this car. So I definitely put the miles on this car. I did the Bren tune and all the mods within the first 2,000 miles, right after my break-in period at the 1,000 mile mark. So overall, I still like it. I'm a little hesitant on running this tune not really being that perfected. I feel like Bren kind of just lost contact with me. And what I mean by that is it seemed like it took me to email them a few times to get an updated rev. I would send them my logs, and it would just be a few days or up to a week sometimes 2 weeks on one rev, and I just never heard anything back. So I didn't know if it was safe to keep driving on or what, but just so basic stuff. I'm not going to keep talking the whole time. I'm just going to make this short and sweet, but one of the other things that happened, so 13,500 miles so far, no huge problems. There's two things that I notice. One of them being the other day I was driving home. It was the first cold day, and I apologize if this is really hard to hear. It's a bumpy ass road, and so I apologize for that. But the other day I'm driving home. Car's definitely warmed up. I was probably 15 miles from home on my 40-mile drive, and I was in 6th gear at maybe 65 miles an hour, and I just started to accelerate, maybe 25% throttle, and my whole car just like, it was like everything just shut off for a second. Like, fuel cut out, the car stayed running, but fuel cut out, I lost my whole pedal, and kind of hesitated for a second because I was still in gear, and then the check engine light came on, and I was like, oh no, like what's going on, you know, like this is what I get for running a Bren tune, not being finalized or whatever, and you know, so I'm still driving this car, making payments. You know, this car's not paid for. I owe a lot of money on this car still. So I was a little scared, and I pulled over and just kind of turned the car off, turned the car back on to see. Obviously, the check engine light wouldn't go off, but I just turned the car off, turned the car on to see if anything sounded different. What did I do? Sorry, I lost my train of thought. Turned the car off, turned the car back on. Nothing really seemed that weird. Revved my car up a little bit. Went for a quick spin down this one road off of the main road on my way home, just to kind of beat on it a little bit, which is probably the worst thing to do. But just beat on it a little bit, see if I could recreate the problem. And it never happened again. So then it dawned on me, well, I've got my access port in the back seat, and I forgot that reads check engine light codes. So I plugged in my access port, sure enough, read the engine code, and said, wow, I don't even remember. It was Wastegate valve A, or Wastegate valve A, or something like that. So I looked it up, and I could clear the code from my access port. It cleared the code. It hasn't happened since, and this was probably about a month ago. But looked it up online, and I guess it's a fairly common problem when it gets colder out. And I guess that's why some people buy the 3-port boost controllers. So I don't know if that's the same thing for the 2015 WRXs. I'm not sure. So that happened. It scared me a little bit, but apparently it's a common problem with years backed WRXs. So if it keeps happening, obviously I'm going to take it into the dealership and get it warrantied out or see what they say. I don't know. But that was the first and only time that it's happened, so I'm happy it hasn't happened again. The other thing, I get some very bad backfire. Not repetitive, just one solid backfire when I'm shifting, typically from second to third or third to fourth, all the way revved out, maybe at like 6 grand. So not even really red line, but right about 6 grand. If I shift, it's one loud pop, and it's just weird. It doesn't sound too healthy, but like I said, I don't know. I have a warranty on the car. I haven't done aggressive modding as far as I'm concerned. So if anything does happen, I'm going to pull my mods, go back to the dealer, and say, hey, what's up? What can you guys do for me? But fortunately, I'm not to that level yet. So, but those are the 2 only problems I've had with the car so far. So other than that, my 13,000 mile review would be, I still like the car, power's still there. It's a very rough drive. I think this is one of the roughest cars I've ever owned. And I'm comparing this from a Geo Metro to a 350Z to a Z28 Camaro, SS Camaro. So some stuff that has similar suspension, not obviously as tight as this, but it's just for a daily driver, for my 50-mile one-way commute round trip daily, it gets old. The bouncing it gets pretty old, but it's doable. Like on this road, perfectly smooth, I have no complaints. But if I go down a country road, I live out in Illinois, so some of the roads are pretty shitty. So if I hit a few potholes or bumpy roads, it's a pain. And that's pretty much all I've got. So, quick little update. Car's still on the road, no major problems. I'm going to keep an eye on that check engine light code that came up, but that's pretty much it. I do think I might have to take this into the dealership, though, at some point, because I went through a car wash the other day, one of the ones that automatically kind of pulls your car through. And after I got out of the car wash, really? And there's another thing. Just the Bluetooth and audio system in this car. Do not pay extra for this at all. It is garbage, absolute garbage. The GPS sucks. The speakers are okay if you're using like Spotify or something that has like premium stream option. You can get over like 192 kilobits per second. That's good, but the overall interface and GPS of this and like the voice commands sucks. It's such garbage. Not worth the extra premium at all. at all. I would never pay for it again. But that's just my 2 cents. You might love it. I don't know. I'm just saying I would never buy it again. I would do an aftermarket system in this car if I had to do it all over again. But anyway, I was going through the car wash, got out of the car wash, and my TPMS light came on. Or TM, traction monitoring control, I don't even know, whatever. You know what I'm talking about, brain fart right now. But the traction control light, tire pressure monitoring system, wow, sorry, so TPMS light came on, and so I was like, oh, one of my tires is low. So I checked all my tires, all of them are at like 21 PSI. So I was like, okay, which one's low? Or maybe they're all low because it's getting colder out now, I don't know. And then I checked the max pressure on the tire. Max tire pressure on these tires, these are the stock tires, say 51 PSI. So I'm like, wow, I'm 30 pounds off. Well, maybe it's just factory 20 PSI. I don't know. I've never actually checked my tires. I figured, feels fine, whatever. So I filled them all up to 50. Now the car obviously rides smoother, but you hit bumps. Obviously, they're more obvious when you hit a bump, blah, blah, blah. So filled them up to 50. Traction or TPMS light is still on. No idea why. Comes and goes, comes and goes, comes and goes. So I'm assuming maybe when I was going through the car wash, maybe a sensor got hit with a jet and blown off the car. I don't know how cheap those things are. I have no idea. But so that happens. Like right now it's off. But typically at least once or twice I might drive home, car will make a noise. I'll look down and the TPMS light will be on. And so that's an annoyance. But I don't know. So that's all I've got. I wanted to make this short and sweet, and here I am. It's been probably 15 minutes. So thanks for watching, guys. If you liked it, give me a thumbs up. If you hated it, go ahead and dislike it, whatever. If you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, leave a comment below. Any videos you guys would like to see, let me know. I am considering trading this car next year. I just don't know. For my daily driver, I just don't know if I can do this car every single day. But yeah. Thanks for watching, guys. Enjoy your holidays coming up. If I don't make another video, I'll try to make more. Sorry I've been so lazy. Peace.